Okay, welcome back. Thought I would do a what I've been watching video. Um, One here that I've picked up to watch. There's a few more that I might grab in a second that I've watched and give my thoughts on. But quickly, watch this one. Barry Levinson film starring Steve Guttenberg, Mickey Rourke, Kevin Bacon, the guy out of Home Alone. What's his name? Daniel Stern, is it? Ellen Barkin. Nice film about friendships, relationships. I saw a scene. What was it? A short. A lot of my watching comes from being influenced by YouTube shorts. I posted a link of a film that I watched a short of the other day, and I ended up sitting and watching the whole film. It was really good. Low budget film. I don't think there was major stars in it. I think it had Terry Todd and a few other recognisable faces, and that was A Man from Earth. I posted it in my. I posted a post anyway. You can go and check that out on YouTube for free. A clip of this popped up. The guy Daniel Stern is it talking about the records, and yeah, that hit home with me. And I thought, hold on, I've got this film. I need to watch it, and I've been meaning to watch it for a good amount of time. It took me about 3 attempts. I kept falling asleep. I mean, it's not a bad film. It's just the times I pick to watch films, and it's a Region One. I've only got one player that plays Region One, so I have to start unhooking stuff. Really enjoyed it though. Really enjoyed it when I finally watched all of it. Mickey Rourke, um, unrecognisable pretty much today, but a great actor. He's got a nice part in the film. Um, Liked him in The Wrestler as well. Very good actor. And of course, Marv in Sin City, Mickey Rourke. I don't think I've ever seen 9.5 Weeks. Maybe I have. I'll have to check that one out at some point. But yeah, check that out if you've not seen it. Set in the 50s, I think. 50s or early 60s. It's good. All set around a diner, basically. It's the kind of film you could see influencing Tarantino and one of Tarantino's favourite films. It's good. Um, I'm sure there's people in there that people don't like Kevin Bacon's got a very smarmy look to him. Paul Reiser, who was Burke in Aliens, is also in it. He's good in it for what he does. Stephen Guttenberg, again, you might not like him. You know, Mahoney from Police Academy, but he's likable in this film. I liked him anyway. Also watched all of these. These are just fun. They just fly by one after the other. I watched them over a series of 2 nights, and really nice packaging. This, if you check it out, you pull the bottom, and Larry David pops out of the top and the bottom. Really nice. Again, Region One. So I thought, while I've got my player hooked up, I'll watch this and I'll watch that. Finally got round to watching this. I was talking to Video V. What is his channel? Viva Video VHS. I think it is. Anyway, I'll put a link down to his channel. He's got a great channel showing sort of films like this, underrated classics. And this one, I was dreading watching it because me and my son, we found it on YouTube, but it was a German audio, and it looked terrible. And it is a terrible film, but it's great fun. It is great fun, and part two is on YouTube to watch for free, so I'm going to watch that sometime soon. So I wanted to watch it straight away, but it was too late after watching this. Even this, I fell asleep like 5 minutes towards the end. It is hard going. You have to be in the right mood for films like this. But look at that. I had to grab it because of the box art, and watching the trailer looked really good. And this film has a running time of 83 minutes, but it could be like 20 minutes long. It really is stretched out. and the main guy, I think his name is Mark Gregory. He he reminds me of Seagal. This film is basically a rip-off of First Blood. It came out a year after First Blood. First Blood being my most, favourite film. First film that I ever saw on VHS. Countless times I've watched it and love that film. But this came out a year later and is basically a rip-off of First Blood, but it's a weird combination of like the soundtrack and the background, the setting for the film is all sort of Arizona, and the soundtrack is all sort of like Sergio Morricone sort of esque, with a touch of Jerry Goldsmith in there as well. It really is influenced by First Blood. There's the inside of the cover, and really had a lot of fun watching this. I say the main guy, he's even wearing the same M65 jacket. He's got the duffel bag over the shoulder. Scenes have been lifted from First Blood, like the cop hassling the guy. There's bits in this film that are not in First Blood, like a bit of sexploitation, bit of exposed tit, some fruity language, I should say, some colourful language, with the use of a police baton, or truncheon if you're from the UK. He says something to the effect of he's going to make him homosexual after he's done with him, using using a different word that I don't want to use in case it offends. Oh, how queer. Anyway, so that was a sort of old word that now is politically incorrect. Loads of helicopters in this film. There was only one in First Blood, but there's planes, there's helicopters. The grenade launcher is hilarious. It's like the one out of the Turkish Rambo, the one that just goes boom. He uses this grenade launcher at the end, the finale. There's a pig involved. There's a bulldozer involved. It's definitely worth your time. If you're not expecting First Blood, you're expecting a very low budget, well, sort of mid-budget, rip-off, pastiche, whatever. It's even got callbacks to Seagal and his the Native American sort of necklace. The way this guy runs is like Seagal. It's just hilarious. I loved it. I really did. I'm so glad, because I bought this about maybe three to 6 months ago, and I've sort of been putting it off, especially after seeing the just checking the time, especially after checking the German copy. I was like, oh, this looks really bad and really boring, and it is in parts, but in other parts it's hysterical. It's just nice to see how they've done things differently. And the soundtrack, I was thinking to myself, if they had changed the soundtrack to this to more sort of the Jerry Goldsmith soundtrack, it would have worked a lot better in certain scenes. But I do like the soundtrack to this as well. It's very appropriate to the backgrounds of Arizona, to the culture. There's a Indian burial ground scene in it. There's, he's getting hassled by the cops. He's getting hassled by these local builder redneck types. And, it's not got the elements of PTSD that Rambo has, but you can kind of see that he may be in that same situation. He's coming back to town with the jacket and the bag, so he's a peace-loving guy, but they just pushed him too far. Anyway, that's a couple of them. I've got a couple other bits here. This one here, Stuart George picked this up on Blu-ray or 4K, and he didn't really enjoy it, but this is a film that I absolutely love. I've talked about it before, so I'm not going to go on and on, but I rewatched it the other day and really enjoyed it again. I tried to see it through somebody else's eyes that have only just come across it. I mean, I saw this when I was very young, so it's got a lot of sentimental value. The first time I rewatched it in all those years, I sort of memorised every sort of scene, and it pulled me back into that time. It really did. Rewatching it recently, still got some of those feelings, but I sort of tried to view it with new eyes. Like, how would somebody that's just been recommended this film take it? And yeah, I still enjoyed it, and it's still got good performances from Jenny Agutter and Robert Powell. It it's not a perfect film by any means. It's a creepy film. It's got the supernatural element. It involves, you know, a plane crash and the sort of ghosts haunting other people, and sort of Robert Powell should have died in the crash, but he's the only survivor, and he's sort of trying to piece together what's going on. I won't spoil it. You know, that's just the basic premise, but you know, it's got some moments in there that are very creepy and cool. I really like the soundtrack to it, and I like the sound effects, and special effects are pretty good for the time. Same with that Thunder film. You know, some good explosions, some good some car chases, some car flips, a lot of slow motion. It's pretty cool. And I picked this up for more nostalgia. I picked this up in CEX for £3, and I watched a few episodes, and heard Rob and the Captain talking about Roseanne for a few episodes now. You know, I do watch everything. I don't always comment. You know, just get distracted very easily, so don't take offence if I'm not commenting. I am watching things. And yeah, plenty of Roseanne there. Did have a bit of a crush on Darlene when I was younger. I don't know if that was how old she was when I was watching it first time round, but she was very cool. She was very cool, very sort of couldn't give a shit, and just seemed totally out of place in that family. But in the early episodes, she's quite, you know, normal. It's only when she sort of gets later on, she's more sort of yeah, she's good. And who else is good in it? Laurie Metcalf is very good. John Goodman's good, and Roseanne. Yeah, I mean, Roseanne, she is good. You know, I've seen her popping up recently on the Kill Tony in a few of those podcasts, and yeah, it's definitely worth it for £3. I'll definitely watch a few more episodes. It takes you back to, I think it's 1982. No, 1987. So 1987, I would have been about 14 when Roseanne was first aired on TV, Channel 4 in the UK. And yeah, it's enjoyable to go back and watch these things. You know, the first episode or the second episode had George Clooney in it. This has got loads of bloopers. I haven't watched any of that though, and interviews, so I'll be interested to go and watch some of that. So yeah, that's just a few things that I've been watching. I'll leave it there. It's dragging on a bit. I'm getting out of breath and need a drink. I've watched a few other things, but I might cover them in another video once I've watched this rubbish from Adam Sandler. I say YouTube Shorts recommend me stuff, and I was just like, okay, that looks interesting. Let me see if it's anywhere on streaming or YouTube, and of course it's not. So I had to pay like £2 or £3 to get this on DVD, which is no big deal. And then I saw some comments. People said it's racist. Of course it is. But yeah, it's just about a guy that he's a cobbler, and he puts on people's shoes just to see if they're comfortable, whatever. And it says here, whose shoes would you choose? Because he becomes the person It's kind of like a Mr. Ben, but with shoes, you know. And if you don't know that reference, look up Mr. Ben cartoon. Yeah, I'm interested to see what it's like. It's got Method Man, it's got Steve Buscemi, it's got I thought that was somebody, but it's not. Can't remember. Oh, it's got Ellen Barkin again. So there, that's, you know, it all ties together. Ellen Barkin was in this, very attractive, and there she is there on the front. You know, not the best haircut. I might deal with longer hair, but there you go. Her choice. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll be back soon. Bye bye.